Camera 1 is on. Camera 2 is on. Computer 1, 2, 3, 4 is on. Phone's on. Gentlemen, are you there?
We're all here, Frank.
Okie dokie. I'm going to mute you. We're going to get started here. I'll keep you on speaker. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your FRANK26 UB2s. It's good to be with you. It is the 15th, I believe. Yeah, 15th of November, 2023. I greet you in agape love. We are KTFalways.com. It stands for Keep the Faith, always, in our Heavenly Father. Before we do anything, can you set this up, Tim? Before we do anything, I always go to our Heavenly Father in prayer. Will you join me as we do that? Heavenly Father, I come to your throne room asking you for strength for tonight, asking you for wisdom, for guidance, and allowing us to say the right things so that we can help and motivate and teach this investment. I also pray for the two gentlemen that are coming on tonight that will be bringing their products, for I believe in it so strongly. I thank you for this product that came into our lives. Thank you, God, for everything, and protect us, God. Protect us. Forgive me of my sins. Protect us from the evil one that roams in the White House. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, I pray. Amen. 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 So, yes, it's good to be with you all. And what we're going to do, family, tonight is going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, Monday was amazing, wasn't it? Whew. Wow. And tonight, it turns out that we did an experiment. Yeah, we did an experiment. And the experiment, it worked. Yeah, the experiment actually worked. We're blessed that I have, I think it was probably between 250, 300 phone calls. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit tired, and I talked to all of you, and I got a lot of information. And it is my pleasure tonight to share that with you. Then we'll also talk about the process of exchanging. We'll see how far we can get with that, because we have so much other information to share with you. Eddie's report, looking at the articles. So it's going to be loaded tonight, once again, with a lot of information. I hope you have your pencils and you have plenty of notebooks, because you're going to have a lot to study with me tonight. The experiment worked. I say of about 300 phone calls, half of them said, well, I'll tell you when we're done with the first half. The first half, ladies and gentlemen, is an infomercial that we're bringing to you. And the product is, I'm so sorry, I can't see. Yeah, well, actually, it's a new, it's
Aloe vera.
aloe vera. Thank you. I'm so sorry, I'm embarrassed. Aloe vera, and you know what that's all about. But tonight we're going to be talking about this. How do you pronounce it?
Revive.
Revive, okay. Revive is, well, why don't we just let these gentlemen talk to you and tell you all about it, okay? No, is Aaron? Aaron, are you there with us, sir?
I am, Frank. How are you? How are you and Tink doing tonight?
Mighty fine, mighty fine. My wife really loves this stuff. Ain't it, babe?
Yes, I have some right now.
Oh, look at, she's got, hey, Aaron, I know that you're blind, sir, but we're showing the picture. I'm sorry, not picture. I'm showing a mug here. It's got iced coffee in it, and it is the product you're going to talk about tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The floor is.
In fact, I want to introduce one of our leading social business partners.
Yes.
Marlene Copeland.
Okay.
Marlene, come on and introduce our special guest tonight to the family.
Thank you, Aaron. It's a privilege to be here tonight. So I would like to introduce to you our speaker who is bringing this to you, Steve Burns. He's a sought-after international lecturer on nutrition and health. He's also a nutritional product formulator for aloe vera. The products that he has helped formulate are making a huge difference in the lives of individuals, as well as children, children around the world through Alavea's social business platform. And tonight, he has a special offer for the KTFA listeners, so you want to pay attention to what he's going to offer.
Yep.
And I'd like to welcome Steve Burns. And Steve, tell us a little bit about this social business platform, and then share with us about one of the newest products that you have put together. Steve?
Well, thank you, Marlene. It's great to be here. I appreciate that introduction. And, you know, we talk about social business. Well, what is that? And what we have is our founder at Alovea, and the actual organization, the company was founded, it is a public benefit corporation founded by two not-for-profit ministries that work around helping impact the lives of children through nutritional intervention. And these are kids that have been rescued from sex trafficking. These are children who, without nutritional intervention, might not have any quality of life. And so, again, tonight we're going to be talking about this new product, Revive. It's a coffee. Of course, the coffee isn't designed for children, but when people purchase this coffee, when they drink this coffee, they are generating a donation of nutrition for children. We call that a social business model. It's a buy one, nourish one model. So it's a really cool concept, and it helps the charities to make sure that they have the sustainable process for helping nourish these children. And so at Alovea, we have these 7 essential health practices, and everybody needs to practice these, no matter who they are. If you want to have good quality of life, you need to practice these 7 health essentials. These 7 essentials are: breathe deeply, drink water, get sleep, nourish the body, incorporate daily movement, practice gratitude, and develop a relationship with God. Very, very important. All of these are equally important. No one is greater than the other. Now, practice gratitude. You know, we're coming up on Thanksgiving just in a few short days, really. And we shouldn't just practice gratitude one day a year. We should be giving thanks always to God for all that we have, all of the blessings that we have. Practicing gratitude is really important, and we do emphasize that a little bit in November. But the other thing we like to do in November and Thanksgiving is we like to eat a lot. But what quality food are we putting in? We need to nourish our bodies. We want our immune systems to function properly. We want to be able to thrive and have a better quality of life. And so when we look at the products that we want to develop at Alovea, we want things that work on specific physiological processes in the body. And so you say, well, wait a minute. Coffee, why coffee? There's lots of coffee out there. And that's true. There are thousands of varieties and brands of coffee out there, and there's a reason that there are so many. And it's because most consumers drink coffee every day. There was a poll done that showed that more than 80% of the people in the United States drank coffee on a daily basis. 74% of consumers reported drinking 2 cups a day. So it's a very prominent beverage. But we just don't say, okay, well, let's put out a coffee. We have to do something that's going to make it special. And coffee is second only in consumed beverages in the U.S. to bottled water. Coffee sells and is consumed more than all soft drinks combined. That's Coca-Cola, Pepsi, any of these things. And those are all loaded with sugar. You know, we have a lot of insulin problems in this country, insulin resistance. We hear it. We hear about it on TV. It is a real problem, and people develop these challenges, type 2 diabetes, things like that, because they are putting the wrong things into their body. That can be the same said for juice. A lot of these juices are sweetened with high fructose corn syrup or just the juices themselves without the fiber from the plants contain a lot of sugar. Not good for us. So at Alovea, we're always looking to come up with products that don't contain sugar that actually make a huge difference in the body. And so when you look at coffee in itself, there are specific flavonoids, there are specific polyphenols, they're called, these natural compounds that have antioxidant properties. Now, a lot of the coffees out there are roasted so long that these properties are destroyed. We have a very, very special coffee that we use in this particular revived coffee that helps people to get health benefits from the coffee. And it also helps with metabolism. I talked about the problem of insulin resistance and that issue. Well, this will actually help reestablish and correct metabolic challenges in the body because people are putting less sugar and they're putting these right healthy compounds in their body. And we have an immune technology that is really stellar. It is something that is unmatched in the world. It's called Ace Mannin. And I know a lot of the listeners who Frank's program actually have used our immune product. And that is a real huge seller. It's got the most of this Ace Mannin per serving in there. But we put this Ace Mannin in all of our consumables. And so to help with the immune function of the body, we also put it in the coffee. And I combined that with the reishi mushroom extract. You hear a lot about mushrooms out there, and a lot of these mushroom beverages, they kind of taste like mushrooms. They don't taste real good, but as Frank mentioned at the beginning, Jan loves this coffee. Everybody loves this coffee. It is real coffee. It is a high-quality coffee, and it tastes great. So we added this reishi in there with our Ace Mannin for immune support. We've got the metabolic support that I spoke of, but this also helps support brain function. It is a nootropic. We put some specific compounds in there that have been shown to enhance cognitive flexibility, memory, and focus, especially during stressful situations. And I don't know about you, but I always have a tendency to be a little more stressed during the holidays. So this is very important to us as well. Now, there is a dark side to coffee, and that's not a pun as far as dark roast, but I'm speaking of a lot of times farmers aren't paid a fair wage. So a lot of times you see this coffee, it's labeled fair trade. That means farmers are getting a fair wage, and we wanted to make sure that was the case with our coffee. But then we wanted to go a step beyond that, because here is another dark fact about coffee. Many of the coffees out there in the marketplace use child labor for harvesting this coffee, to plant, cultivate, and to harvest the coffee. And I'm talking about children as young as 6 years old working 8 to 10 hours a day in the fields, not giving hope to these children for a future other than growing up and continuing this cycle of working in fields, handling coffee. We found a manufacturer, we found a supplier that does not use child labor. We found a manufacturer that makes sure that the coffee is tested so there's no mold, there's no fungi, there's no pesticides or pesticide residue. We are very strict about putting quality ingredients in the body. And we do it for less than $2 a cup. That is something that is great. When you have a product that is more than just coffee, it's coffee plus. It's for people who care about quality. It's for people that care about children and want the best for them and their loved ones. That's what this coffee is designed to be. And I always ask these questions. Do you or someone you know drink coffee? What does the coffee do for them? And what does it do for others? I mean, those are the questions that I would like asked by everybody when it comes to their coffee consumption. Because this coffee really makes a difference. And so we have a domain that you can go to, and you're already going to get 10% off of the retail value for being a listener to KTFA. And if you go to ktfacoffee.com, it takes you right to a place where you can order this revived coffee. And if that were all there was to it, that would be great. But we added a special coupon code for this week only that you can get an additional 10% off. And the coupon code is ATFA. That's simple. ATFA in the coupon code, save an additional 10%. So this coffee is something that you will enjoy. And Marlene, if you don't mind, I'd like to have you share your story, because I heard your story, and I know that people of a certain age, and that age is usually younger, even in their 40s, have trouble losing weight. This is not designed to be a weight loss coffee, but again, when the metabolism straightens out, it does amazing things. So Marlene, why don't you share your story with the listeners here?
Okay, Steve, thanks. I'm excited about this. I mean, I'm really excited about this coffee. 7 years ago, I came to Alabama, but I had a different situation. I was in heart failure. This is just a little bit about me. And I was scheduled for a defibrillator, but my doctor canceled that surgery, and 7 years later, I don't have any of those symptoms. And that's at age 73. That's what I am right now. And I think that's significant, and that's a testimony to what you mentioned about our other quality products, Steve. But here's my story right now that I'm excited about. So as a child, I was in and out of clinics at the University of Michigan trying to get help because I've had a lifelong obesity problem. And as an adult, I have tried a new diet plan over and over. I could lose 20 to 30 pounds, but I just couldn't seem to get beyond that. And over the years, it became harder and harder. And you mentioned about it becoming harder. I can tell you that it got, by the time I was 70, I could hardly lose anything. So, based on your genius formulations, in my opinion, Steve, of this Revive coffee, I started on it. And that was back in August. And I put one in my Alabama Prime shake, which I drink for protein. And then I drink one hot. So that's 2 a day. In 3 weeks, I was losing something every day. Sometimes 2 pounds. Sometimes 1 pound. Sometimes several ounces. And I was excited about that. It was driving me to keep drinking this coffee. Plus, I think I might have become addicted to it. Now, I know that's not the right word. I'm very favored toward it because I love it. But here's what I want you to know, my results. Since August, I am down 26 pounds past that stubborn weight, in spite of having traveled for 3 of those weeks. Traveling is always harder for me. So 26 pounds past. I am lit. I am just lit over this. It's been incredible for me. Revive has been a true blessing of hope for me at this age of 73. And also, I feel terrific. I'm thinking clearer. My memory is better. And I just feel like I'm smarter than I've ever been. And I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, it's possible to be smarter than you've ever been. I didn't mean that. But how can at this age you feel like you have just more mental acuity? And so, Steve, I mean, those are my results, and I'm excited. So I'm going to turn it back to you. I hope that many more people can be helped with this, because I just didn't think there was help. Thank you so much.
Well, again, thank you for sharing such a personal testimonial with everybody and being so vulnerable. But it's amazing what happens. Our Creator put backup systems after backup system in our body. And we do a lot to try to go beyond that. We processed foods. We do a lot of things that aren't healthy. We don't get enough sleep. We don't follow those health essentials. And again, if you give the body what it needs, if you support the body, it will support you. Because again, that's how God created us. He wants us to live. He wants us to enjoy this gift. This is the first gift. The second gift is after it's eternity, but it's okay to enjoy this gift, and to do that, we need to take care of the body that he gave us, and we need to do our best to support it. And so this coffee, it's something that we have out there because, again, people love it, people understand it, it's easy for them to transfer their coffee habit to us. And the other cool thing about this is an instant coffee. It's good hot or cold. You can put it in with some ice and water. It mixes great. And Frank, you can testify to that as you've got a cold cup there. But it's great that it works both cold and hot, because some people like it cold, some people like it hot. I know that I live in Arizona. I'm going to drink it cold more often than I do hot. But then again, in the wintertime, in the morning when I want a hot beverage, it's right there. It's ready to go. And it keeps me on point. It keeps me focused. This is something that I like to drink before going out on stage in front of thousands of people. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me jittery. There's about 170 milligrams of caffeine in here. When you compare that to a Starbucks Grande that exceeds 300, it's not that much. And so I just like the mental focus that it brings. I like what it does for my metabolism, helping to straighten things out, helping to curtail cravings because everything is working the way it is. The antioxidant properties I mentioned, I'm just really thrilled with this product. So, Aaron or Frank, if you want to open it up for any questions, I would love to take any questions that your listeners have.
Yeah, this coffee, it's organic, huh?
Yes, well, we did not go through the organic certification process, but we go beyond that. We actually, with the pesticide testing, the mold testing, the fungi testing, that goes beyond actually organic. Organic doesn't test for mold and things like that. We wanted something even stricter than that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Does this can you use this while you're fasting? I mean, you're talking about losing weight. That was an amazing testimony that the lady brought to us. But if you're fasting, can you drink this as a liquid?
100%. There are no calories in this product, and we have a lot of people that do intermittent fasting, and they've been using this product. We just released this product in August, and
Yeah.
I'm a little overwhelmed. Marlene's story is great, but I'm hearing stories like it all the time, and a lot of it has to do with brain fog. You know, this pandemic that people came out of, they still are complaining about brain fog. It really clears the brain. So whether you're fasting or whether you want to take it with breakfast and a meal, it's okay either way.
Somebody is asking, why is the coffee I just showed, the iced coffee, why is it tan and not black? Because my wife loves extra cream in her coffee, don't you think?
It has oat milk in it.
Oh, yeah, she uses oat milk. Yeah, not regular milk. Here's another question for you. What is it sweetened with?
There's no sweetener in this coffee at all, sir.
That's why there's no calories.
For people that drink it, well, we could use monk fruit or stevia or erythritol or something like that, but we didn't put any sweetener in there because we want people to fix it the way they fix their normal coffee.
Mel,
and you may say to me, well, some creamers are not real good for you, but I would rather, if they're going to drink coffee with their creamer, put it in this coffee because at least the coffee part is good.
Mel is asking, where is it made? You know, basically, where is it grown, I think, and made, I guess.
It is a tropical coffee, so it actually comes from South America. It is a tropical coffee that actually is grown in a climate that is not a super altitude climate. We use what's called Robusta beans in this coffee because they are impervious to pests on their own. That's why we don't have to use pesticides or fertilizer growing this coffee. It's a very strong plant, and it's usually used for espressos and things like that. But by powdering it and making it the way we did, processing it this specific way, again, it works cold or hot, and it's got real good coffee flavor. It's just the right flavor, in my opinion. And we worked pretty hard to get to that flavor.
Al Schwartz is asking, does it come in K-cups?
It does not come in K-cups because it is an instant. So if we put
Those
the active
packages.
ingredients, the Ace Mannin and things like that in the K-Cup, you wouldn't get the exact amount that we want you to get in every serving.
I see.
So I have a suggestion, which I already typed in there to him. If you have a Keurig machine and you like your K-Cups, I have it too. Just put your cup underneath, put some hot water in your cup, put the packet in it, and you're all set.
Here's another question. Thank you, Tink. Good idea, by the way. Ben Johnson is or B Johnson is asking, I can't do any caffeine. So it has to be completely without caffeine. Does this coffee have caffeine?
So it does have caffeine, and for those people that don't do caffeine, which is about 7 to 11% of the population, unfortunately, might not be the product for them. However, because of the other components that are in this coffee, we have had people that are caffeine sensitive, and I recommend they start with half a cup first, that say they can drink this coffee. They can drink a cup every day, and they don't get jittery. They don't have the same problem they have with other coffees and sodas.
Okay, that's good. Is this coffee kosher? Is it got the kosher label?
It does not have the kosher label, and all we're missing is having a rabbi come in while it's being processed to give it that blessing. That's what kosher means. It's been inspected and approved by a rabbi. It's an additional fee. We try to keep our prices as low as possible, and we want to, again, fund the charity and help the children.
Roger that. Let's see. Any fruit flavors, or I can't drink coffee even if it's ice cream, anything, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so basically he's asking, is it just coffee flavored, or do they have another flavor to it?
No, it's not coffee flavor at all. It's real coffee. What you taste is real coffee.
Gotcha. You see any other questions there, Tank?
Somebody wants to know, is there a money-back guarantee if they don't lose weight?
If they don't lose weight, is there a money-back guarantee? No, I don't.
Well, again, it's not designed to be a weight loss.
Yeah, yeah.
We do guarantee our products at Elevea. We are an ethical company, and we are very proud of our business model.
Let's see. What other? Do you see any other questions there, Tank? I can't do.
And
What
if you
is
don't
in
mind,
it?
I'd like to give that website one more time.
Okay, we'll do that at the end here. Family, get a pencil and paper
Okay.
because we're going to give you a website and also a what's the word?
Promo.
A promo code word that will give you even extra discount as well too. Let's see.
What is in it that makes you lose weight?
What's in it that makes you lose weight?
Well, there is a component from a melon in there called Garcinia cambogia. And so I put some Garcinia cambogia in there that helps regulate appetite. It helps us to control our appetite a little better. Again, it's not designed to be a weight loss coffee, but what this does is it helps suppress excess appetite. So somebody told me they went to an event where there were desserts. They ate a little dessert, but they normally would go overboard. They did not feel enticed to go overboard. They felt just right, and they attributed it to the coffee. So that's part of what it does, but it's really about helping to have a healthy metabolism so that your body burns off calories the way it's supposed to do.
McDan is asking, does it have iron in it? And if it does, do you know what type of iron?
There's no iron added to this.
No iron added.
As a matter of fact, there's no heavy metals in the testing of it. No lead, no mercury, no iron in
Excellent.
the testing of the coffee.
My goodness, this coffee has really been tested and well refined, to remove any toxicities, any bad things, especially like iron compounds. Let me see here. How long is the shelf life on this? Scott wants
It's
to
good
know.
for at least
I'm sorry?
It's good for at least 2 years because they come in stick packs. They're sealed individual stick packs in the gusset bag.
Gotcha. I
How
don't.
many packets?
What, honey?
How many packets?
How many of these packets are in this bag?
There's 28 sticks in a bag.
Oh. So you got enough for at least a month. If you buy 2 of these, you can have 2 cups of coffee a day. Interesting. I don't see any other questions. Do you, Tank?
Uh-uh.
Brother, I want to thank you because coffee is a universal beverage that is recognized all over the world. You don't have to speak the same language. You just give them a cup of coffee, and boy, I'll tell you, they're happy. Any Marine will tell you, I'll take a cup of Joe anytime, especially when it's cold out here. Coffee is an essential product, and it's part of our diet. In fact, coffee has been found to stimulate the nervous system. Coffee is a stimulus. It's not a downer. It's not a depressor, and that's why the stimulation of the body would probably activate, for example, epinephrine, L-dopa, adrenaline. These are the hormones that are produced by the body that cause the body to be more active and burn more energy as well too. This product is not meant to lose weight. It just helps you to lose weight as well too. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a website. We're going to give you some information where you're going to get a discount. But just because you're here tonight, you're going to get a discount on the discount. It's pretty cool, but just for tonight. So, brother, go ahead and tell the family how they can find this out.
Sure, it is KTFA, keep the faith always, KTFAcoffee.com.
Did you
And
get
then
that, family?
within
KTFAcoffee.com. What happens when they get to that page?
they're going to see the coffee right there. And they just go ahead and click to order it. And when they get to their cart and they go to check out, there is a place for a coupon code that they will see where the pricing is. And if they put in the coupon code, KTFA, they're going to get an additional 10% off. And when you apply that code, you will see the discount right in your cart.
Man,
And
that's
on
pretty.
every single bag. And we're because we're thankful for you, Frank. We're thankful for your listeners. We're thankful for Tink. We are going to let this go for a week because we know some of your listeners listen later to your podcast. We don't want to exclude them, so we're going to make this special available for a week. I advise that people order today so that they can get it, try it, and if they really like it, then they might want to place another order before we take this code away. But it gives everybody a chance to at least experience what you and Tink have got to experience with this great coffee.
I want to thank you. My goodness, thank you for offering this. And somebody said that if I go to the website, will Frank be getting credit for it? Yeah. This link is going to take you straight to our website where we do get credit for it. You can call me. Call me if you want, and I'll take your information, and my wife and I will order it for you. You know my phone number, 419-283-2552. You know, might be a very interesting product to give to somebody for Christmas as a gift. Coffee is a universal language, a universal beverage. And then it's actually healthy for the body because it's a stimulant. I thank you, sir, for coming. Aaron, are you there by any chance? Are you still with us, Aaron?
I am still here, and if I may have just a moment.
Please do. Go ahead
For
and
those people-
wait before you talk. I want to thank you. Was it Brian? Was that his name?
No.
What was it? What was the gentleman's name? Aaron.
Oh, Steve.
Steve. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Steve, I talked to maybe, I don't know, about 110 people today. And it's amazing that I even know my name right now. But I want to thank you, sir, because yes, we like to bring products to the family that is useful for them. Whether it be the three categories I look for is something that would help them spiritually. The next thing is it's something that would help them in a biological, physiological manner, and this qualifies. And finally, the other one is maybe something they can make a business out of. Yeah, is there an affiliate program with this, Steve?
Yes, sir, there is.
Good.
Becoming an affiliate with Alovea is free, and anybody can do that. Again,
Of
just
course.
going to your site, KTFA Coffee, and they'll see the link there if that's what they want to do, and become an affiliate as well.
Somebody just said that the website isn't working for them.
It is. I just checked.
Okay, Tink just checked that it is working. For Karina, just keep doing it. Try it a couple of times. Maybe it'll finally work. And if it doesn't, Karina, please call me tomorrow and I'll take your information and we'll order it for you, okay? Okie dokie. Yes, Jan.
I put a direct link in there too. For
Okay, good. There's a direct link there for you, Karina, in case you want to try that and hopefully that'll work. Well, gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you. And salut with a cup of coffee to the both of you. I thank you kindly. Yes, Tink, you have one more thing?
Is this product only available in the U.S. or is it in Canada? I think that's where she's having trouble.
We have about 90 countries. Is this product available around the world?
Absolutely. The EU, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Japan, and the U.S. and Canada.
All righty. Sounds like a winner. Thank you again, Stephen. Looky here. We'll bring you back on so that you can talk to us again about this coffee. Let's give it a little time and see if the people are interested in it.
Sure. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Tink. God bless you. And thank you to the family for tuning in.
Yes, sir. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Aaron.
All right. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. Take care, buddy. Alrighty, family. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I mean, seriously, this is a good product. It's coffee. Shoot. How many of you like coffee? Look at all those hands that just went up. So, thank you for being with us. It's the introduction to our UB2B tonight. A great product, and if I can be of any help, call me. My wife will will talk to you for hours about coffee. 419-283-2552. Alrighty, family. Well, it turns out that we're here tonight on our Wednesday UB2B to once again study the Iraqi dinar. And as you can see, we had about 3,000. No, it was almost 3,000 people with us on Monday. Right now we have, 1,300 people because they're waiting for the infomercial to be over with. So watch them now start to pile in. And what we're going to do tonight, and they're all welcome, by the way, everyone's welcome. What we're going to do tonight is going to go through the same procedure that we normally do. We break it up into three parts. The first part is to look at the articles. The second part is to look and see what our teams in Iraq are saying to us. And tonight, I'm going to give you not only Eddie in Baghdad, but I'm also going to give you, oh my word.
Bank Stories?
No, what is her call name? Huh?
IT?
No.
Supergirl?
Supergirl. I knew it started with an S, I just couldn't remember. And we're going to give you an update from Supergirl about the ATM machines in the herbal area. Yeah. Now, everything I say tonight is strictly my opinion. Everything is just strictly in my opinion. That's all, okay? Take it to God in prayer when we're done. And the Holy Spirit will guide you and tell you whether or not what we shared with you is of any value or not. I wish you well in this study with us. On Monday, we blew up the internet, didn't we? I mean, the internet went kaboom. Starting late Monday night, which we didn't really answer, going into Tuesday, yesterday. Hey, Tink.
Yes.
How many phone calls do you think we got yesterday?
I ran out of fingers to count. I don't know. 1,000?
No, sweetheart. Not 1,000.
It seemed like 1,000. 100.
Let's put it this way. When we started getting close to 300 calls yesterday, my ear was starting to turn into cauliflower. I mean, whoa. And there was, it was about 300 phone calls throughout the day. The phone just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. One of my admins said, well, how did the experiment go? It was a success. In what way, Frank? Well, of all the people that called us throughout the day, yesterday and into today, we found a means average. A means average of about 300 people. And what it came out to was half of them told me, Mr. Frank, They said it's a scam. And the other half told me, Mr. Frank, they told me everything and more. And by the way, I thank you for all of you that called me because you helped me. The experiment worked. I didn't give you a phone number for a bank, did I? I gave you an 800 number for Chase Financial Call Center. Chase exchanges currency. That's what they do for a living. All banks do. So, I decided to tell the people that were calling me and saying that, hey, they say it's a scam. I said, well, here's what you do. Call them back. And once again, get the name of the operator. Now, you may say, well, what for? Of nearly almost 300 phone calls, ladies and gentlemen, we were able to find a pattern. Old-timers, you know what patterns mean to me and my teams. It's a directional indicator. So, the pattern that we picked up was the names of these operators. We found the operators that were negative. I guess they just didn't want to work 9 to 5 for $9 an hour or $15 an hour or whatever. It's a scam. Leave me alone. Boom. Okay. It's a scam. Here, I'm going to send you to another department. Okay. And then when they send them to another department, that's not the department they wanted. Or if it was the department they wanted, they're completely ignorant. So, based on that word ignorant, everybody that called me yesterday and today that they said it's a scam. I told them, here's what you do. Call them back. Call them back and get the name of the operator, okay? And here's what you're going to tell them. Hi, I'm calling because I'd like to know if when or where I can go and exchange the Iraqi dinar currency when it's reinstated. Now, before you answer the question, I just called a few minutes ago and you said to me that it's a scam. Back in 2005, I bought dinars from J.P. Morgan, Chase Manhattan. Should I talk to your legal department now? Because you sold me a scam? Well, no. Okay. And once they got over that hurdle, this is the next thing that they said to them. Okay. Well, but let me ask you this. Did you know, operator of Chase, did you know that your chief executive officer, Mr. Diamond, last month released a document that I'm holding in my hands right now? It's inside of our final article thread, okay? Okay. See why it's important to belong to our forum? Did you know, Mr. Operator, Mrs. Operator of Chase Manhattan, that your chief executive officer last month released a documentation that said that Chase is now going to support the Iraqi dinar 100%? That's from your CEO, Mr. Diamond? How is it that you can be lacking such valuable information? Why are you ignorant about this? Or, and this was the key, I told him pause, and then say, or, are you lying to me? Guess what? More than, it was maybe like 70% hung up. They hung up. It probably happened to you too. They don't want to deal with you, do they? And especially the names of the operators that we got, that we found the pattern that they were so lazy and just simply said it's a scam. But yet there were these other operators that were, I guess, either nice, had a Christian heart, or educated, or maybe they were students of the Iraqi dinar. and said, oh, yes, you need to talk to our wealth management department. Let me transfer you over there right away. As soon as they transfer over, they told them, yes, I have dinars and I plan to be exchanging with Chase very soon. What are the services that you have? I would be glad to tell you. Yeah, that's what we found out. And then on top of that, when they were combatant or argumentative, I told them, I said, then here, take these other three things with you and use them. Number one, do you know that the United States of America has millions upon millions upon millions of Iraqi dinars right now in its Federal Reserves? It's a scam? Is that right? Okay. Our government is a scam? Excuse me, Mr. Operator. You know, just shut up and listen to me so I can educate you. Did you know that on January the 1st of 2024, the Central Bank of Iraq has announced that Iraq can no longer use the American dollar in their country and they will be reinstating their currency with value? They made this announcement. Do you not know this? It's a scam, right? Is that right? You know, you're so ignorant, operator, and you're causing damage. You're giving me false information. You are dangerous to me as an investor. Why should I deal with your bank? Oh, we don't know anything about that. Is exactly right. You are ignorant about this. You go back to your boss and you tell them, I don't appreciate what you're doing. And you think I'm going to bring my dinars to your bank? And yeah, I got very forceful. Yeah, I told them off. Yeah, I put them in their place. And yeah, some of them said, well, I didn't know. And many of you had the same thing. I didn't know. Well, you know now. A lot of people, like, for example, Charles Wells just made a post kind of the same way. They go to the Chase Bank. Hi, I'm here to talk about, I want to know, will you be exchanging the Iraqi dinar? Here's my card. Call me later. Okay. Hi, I'm here to talk about the Iraqi dinar. If you guys are going to be exchanging it, oh, come here, come into my office. Come on, come on, have a seat. Okay, sit down. How many dinars you got? It's no secret, and that's why they are saying what they are saying. Let me give you an example. There was a man that called me who I love and trust, and he says to me, Frank, I just talked to a head off, you know, one of those head guys in the wealth management department on the phone. I said, no, in person. I mean, him and his wife. I was talking to both of them at the bank. No, it was not at the bank. You know, but well, okay, it's okay, it's okay. What happened? Well, I told him, I said, look at here, I'm having a hard time. I'm calling Chase Manhattan. I'm calling all the banks, and they're all giving me the runaround. They're making me think, you know, they make me feel like I'm stupid. They're stupid. And the gentleman says to my friend, what currency are you talking about? Are you talking about a Middle Eastern currency? And my friend all of a sudden said, Frank. And my eyes grew big, and right away I said, yes, the Iraqi dinar. And the man said to me, look, don't let it bother you, okay? You have the dinars. When they reinstate, you'll go in, you'll be able to exchange. At Wells Fargo, no, they tell me it's a scam. Wells Fargo said that it's not true. Sir, we are told to tell you this. What? We are told to tell you this. Look, they tell us to tell you that it's a scam, but in the back, there's a lot going on right now with Wells Fargo's and getting ready for what is about to happen. And again, I've already told you, family. I already told you that that's the problem. That's the problem. I gave you the sequence of the 4 banks, in my opinion, and you see the sequence now, and you see which one is denying the 2, Wells Fargo and Chase. So yeah, the experiment was a success. Bravo, beyond compare. And I applaud all of you that helped us. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry, at the end of, towards the end yesterday, I was exhausted. It was difficult to talk on the phone. Every 5 minutes or more, it just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. Now, I know. I put myself in that position, and I prepared myself for it as well, too. It was a success. You see, Chase knows very well what's going on. Wells Fargo knows, all the banks know very well, but they cannot talk about it. It's a speculative investment. Like they're going to tell you, oh yeah, it's about to go up in value. Well, then you would take their information and go out and do something, wouldn't you? They can't afford that liability. When we study the Iraqi dinar, do I give you a date of when it's going to happen? Never. Do I give you a rate of what it'll come out to? Never. They do. Who is they? The articles. The articles told us that they want to come out at 1-to-1. There's your rate. Hello, oh, the wrong guy. Sudani says, Alok, both of them, the 2 leaders, that we only pay attention. They came out a long time ago and they said on January the 1st of 2024, no more American dollar in no way, shape, or form. What do we use? Your currency. It sucks. Not for long. What? And if you are a student, yeah. When we told Chase operators that Iraq, that the chief executive officer, Mr. Diamond from Chase, released a document that said that they support the Iraqi dinar 100%. 100%. He said that. They were like, he did? Yeah. When we told them that the United States Treasury is loaded with Iraqi dinars, yeah. When we told them that, hey, you know who else has a lot of currency? Chase. You got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, by billions into the trillions of dinars. They did a currency swap. Oh, it's a scam. You better tell your CEO that he's getting scammed over because you guys know better. Oh, yeah. Go tell your boss I don't appreciate what he's doing or what she's doing. Okay, Mr. Savio says, anything else I can help you with? No, go clean your whatever. And I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious. I'm perturbed. I don't want to say I'm angry. You know, I don't want to say I'm mad because I'm not foaming at the mouth. But I am extremely upset, extremely perturbed. All they had to do was just tell you no comment. But I will admit, no comment is a comment. But for them to lie? Remember when I went to go and see my mother, my father, and my sister in San Antonio, Texas, and I gave you 10 really strong points that you're seeing now today. And I told you, remember? And I was standing in front of the Alamo, remember? Family, remember. Remember how they treated you. Remember how they treated you. When I talk to these operators, I tell them, I'm recording you. Why are you recording me? Because I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying, and then I'll go over this information with my associates, with my family. Oh, okay. What's your question? Will Chase be exchanging the Iraqi dinar? No, it's a scam. Thank you. And one day, I'll go back into Chase, and I'll play those recordings for them. How dare you? All you had to do was simply say, no comment. Not at this moment. Leave us alone, whatever. But to mislead purposely, maliciously, premeditated, that disturbs me. You don't even know me, and you do this to me. What are you going to do when you know every penny I got? Well, you'll never have that opportunity. I'm very, very, very disappointed with American banks. And I pray that God will eventually remove that which roams in the White House that wants to devour and kill me and my American dollar. But unfortunately, the American dollar has to be trashed. It has to go down. It has to suffer because it's already been pushed over the cliff. And it's falling dramatically and fast. It was for a purpose. It was the only way that which roams in the White House that wants to devour and kill everybody, that's the only way that he could pay back. So now that we have been put in a position by the Heavenly Father up above to possess dinars, the American dollar is not such an issue for us. I told you when I met you on January the 1st, or excuse me, on December the 1st, 2008, I told you I'm going to lead. I'm going to go ahead and follow through. I'll teach. But I want you to know something. We're going to be a Christian-based organization. Many of you asked why. Because from the same place where the four rivers met, from the same place where the Garden of Eden was, from the same place where Babel tried to reach the heavens above, from the same place where the hanging gardens of Babylon were, trying to be richer than what God could supply you with. From the same place where the three wise men came from with the first wealth transfer for the church. From the same place where Baghdad is today. A second wealth transfer is coming to the church, the saints. And Mary and Joseph took the first one and they gave it to the temple, to the church, to help the poor. Frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And it wasn't just a handful. It was a big caravan because it took many, many months for them to traverse all the way from the east to the west to find the star where the baby was, baby Jesus. And Mary and Joseph took all of that wealth that they brought and used it for God's kingdom. I plan to do the same thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the procedure of what we normally do, the articles, our teams, and then, well, tonight we may open it up to exchange questions if we have the time. So we'll get started, but I also want to tell you something else. Let me see here, hold on. Well, what I'm going to do before I go on forward, I want to read you some things that a lot of people sent me. And I believe they can be of some help. Like, for example, voy a hablar a las personas que viven en el país España. I'm going to talk to those people that live in Spain. There are many of you that communicate with me in Mexico, in Spain, in Spanish. Many of you are asking me, will there be any help for us? So what I want to do is I'm going to read you a story that came to me. And it is about Spain. I don't know if you can see it there. So I believe that this can be of some help to those in the European theater. Here we go. Hello, sir. Good evening. I want to share a bank story with you. As you know, I live in Spain. Last Friday, I went to the Bank of Spain branch that is in Barcelona. It's the Central Bank of Spain. There are only two branches in our country. One is found in Madrid, and the other one is found in Barcelona. It was my turn. As soon as I approached the window where they helped me, I showed the man at the counter a 50K dinar bill. The man looked at me and told me that they couldn't change that bill there. I didn't even ask him any questions. He said that the central bank only works with euros. But, he told me, the two banks that will 100% be involved in exchanging this currency is number one, Banco Santander. So for those of you out in the European theater or in the Spain area, El Banco Santander. And the other one will be BBVA, BBVA. So El Banco de Santander and BBVA are the two largest banks here in Spain. And Mr. Frank, they know everything. He even explained to me the process on how to do the exchange. He spent time with me, the amount of cash that I could legally withdraw, etc., etc. He knew what bill it was, Mr. Frank, there, where it was from, etc., etc. So here they are paying attention to what is going on, what is going to happen in a very short time. They're not playing no games in Spain. Everybody knows. I just wanted to share my experience as being a Spaniard here in Spain in a small country, and the banks know about everything. God bless you. I hope you got to read some of it there, but I didn't want to show his phone number. And that's wonderful, and I really appreciate that. I thank you. Muchísimas gracias, hermano. Y fue un placer hablando contigo en el teléfono hoy. Now, with that in mind, I also want to read to you, Supergirl is an herbal. And Supergirl responds, I tell her to go do some things. I tell her, look for this, look for that, certain things that we're looking for. And it turns out that she says, okay, sir, thank you. I'll be looking out for the new notes, etc., etc. Today at 2:54 in the afternoon, I'm still looking out, sir, but nothing. Now, there is an ATM outside the actual base where I'm at right now, and I can try and see if the new notes are in there. It will have to be tomorrow before I can check. The place we call the bazaar here in Herbal is closed right now. I say to her, Supergirl, look, in my opinion, if I was the CBI, that would be the next thing that I would be looking at, is to release these new small category notes along with the new exchange rate. You see, in my opinion, the ATM machines have the lower denoms. That's why they are not activated yet. Also, in my opinion, the banks have the lower denoms, and very soon the exchange rate will come out with both of them. And I believe that both the note and the exchange rate, will come out together in order to remove any complication. So, yeah, we've got people all over looking, and the moment we sense anything and anything cracks, then we vet it, and then we will be very quiet. You'll find out on your own. You won't need it from us. And when you find out, the next day in the morning, we'll celebrate together, okay? All right. So now, How about another place? How about New York? New York City. Let's try. I think I got a New York. 631. There we go. 631 New York. Thank you kindly. God bless you. It was a pleasure talking to you today. Hi, Mr. Frank. My name is so and so, aka so and so at KTFA. So I thought I would give you an update of what's going on here in New York, especially in the Long Island area. Now, as far as the Iraqi dinar currency and finding exchange centers. So I called the 800 number that you gave us on Monday night conference call from and the first guy that I talked to that I was connected with, they told me that you need to speak with the wealth management officer that we have here. So he gives me the number to the wealth advisors, and the man then said, "Yeah." I said, "What?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Yeah." And I did get his name. Here's his name, and she gives me his name. And he says to me, "Oh, okay, now you need to be transferred to the customer service location for that currency. That is going to be doing your exchange." And he says, "Hold on." I am then connected to the customer service for JP Morgan. You see, that's the problem. The other problem too, I notice in the pattern. These operators, they don't want to help because, first, they're ignorant. They don't know anything. They're not invested like you are. They're working and getting a paycheck, going home, eating their TV dinner, kicking their dog, and going to sleep and repeating the cycle. You know what's going on with this currency. These people don't. And when they send you to this department, that department, look, all you want to do is just talk to a wealth management advisor because they all know. The tellers don't know jack. I am then connected to the customer service for JP Morgan Chase. I explained to this woman that I am a holder of foreign currency, the Iraqi dinar, and that I was interested in finding out what bank in my area will be doing currency exchange of the dinar. I gave her my zip code, and then she tells me, "Hold on, and while I connect you." I didn't know what she meant. But once again, Mr. Frank, I was transferred, and this time I got a really nice gentleman. He answers the phone, and I explained again that I'm a currency holder of the Iraqi dinar, and when this Iraqi dinar reinstates, I would like to know if this particular bank or any in this area will be doing exchanges. So he asked me, "What currency do you hold?" I told him, the dinar. He says, "I'm not too sure about that, but I'll call you back." We hung up. But Mr. Frank, I thought to myself, he's never going to call me back. Well, 3 hours later, he calls me back, apologizing, constantly saying, apologizing for not getting back to me sooner. And I said, "It's okay. It's all right. What'd you find out?" He said, "I did ask my upper management if we will be exchanging the reinstate." How did he know that? Okay, well, he went and talked. Okay. I did ask my management if we will be exchanging the reinstated Iraqi dinar. He then said, "Unfortunately, because Iraq dinar is a sanctioned currency." No, stupid. Unfortunately, because Iraq is a sanctioned currency, JP Morgan Chase does not do nor carry the Iraqi dinar and will not be exchanging. So I then said, "Well, gee." Gee. Let me look at. So I then look at wait. So I then said, "Well, gee." So I then said, "Well, gee, that's funny because JP Morgan Chase was just over in Iraq signing contracts to be a big banking industry in Iraq. Your bank is building banks in Iraq." JP Morgan is big banking industry in Iraq. And by the way, Mr. Operator, they are no longer sanctioned. You are incorrect. Now, with this, Frank, the gentleman says, oh, with this, I don't know if you can see, with this, the gentleman says, ow, oh, I got a cramp. Oh, I better take one out, Jen. Well, wait a minute. Didn't I take one already?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait until later because I can't take too many at once. With this, the gentleman says, oh, I had no idea of that. You think? I had no idea of that. Well, I guess once it's reinstated, then maybe we will be exchanging it. So, here's my email, here's my number, here's my card. When this happens, don't hesitate to give me a call. My brother Frank, my brother made this. Oh, I see. My brother Frank made the same phone calls. He got pretty much the same answers and a different zip code. And they asked, are there any JP, and he asked, are there any JP Morgan Chase banks or wealth management centers exchanging currency such as the Iraqi dinar? And Frank, he was told, not to their knowledge. Why are they so ignorant about this, Frank? He also went into 4 different locations, Wells Fargo Wealth Management Centers, and they told him they have no idea what he's even talking about. So, that's my story, Mr. Frank. Thanks for all you do. La, 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 la. I told this person, I said, thank you, I'm going to use this tonight. And they said, oh, that would be helpful for everybody in New York to possibly get another directive. And that's so true. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm helping for you to understand that our experiment was a success, an overwhelming success. I already reported to you and told you the statistical numbers and the idea of what happened with almost 300 phone calls. I've given you some information about Spain banks. I have information on Australian banks, British banks. The world called me, and I'm very grateful to all of you that called. And I'm gonna stop right now. Hey, before we get into, go ahead and start getting into the final article thread. That's what we're gonna do next. But look, I want to show you a picture of something here. Oh dear, the problem is I don't know where I've got the picture.
The one I sent.
You know, oh, you said, oh, it's a text. Is it a text under your name? That's from Chase, right?
Yes.
Holy cow, look at all these texts, honey. You're buried. Oh, sweet God. Here, honey, will you help me find your text? Hundreds of texts, so in just a matter of 2 hours since we started, but hold on a second. Can you believe that Biden released $10 billion to Iran? He had already released, what, 2, 3, 4, 5 billion prior, a few months ago, and now he's doing another 10 billion? Payback is a female dog, isn't it, Biden? You have to sell your soul. 10 billion, Biden. Thank you, comrade. Thank you for 9/11. Now, what I want to show you is the website of Chase, one of the pages of J.P. Morgan Chase Manhattan. Let's see, where does it say here? Right here. You see where my finger's at? What's that say right there? right. Oh, come on. But we're having trouble tonight, Jan. It will not focus. It will not show. Man, this is bad. Now, I don't know
Move
why
it
this
this
is.
way.
Huh?
There you go. Move it my way more.
Yeah, they can see it. It's all fuzzy. But you saw what it says. It says JP Morgan. Now, the problem is that you may not be able to see what I want to show you here. Nice little introduction. We exchange currency. No kidding. We're world, yeah, I know what you are. And then they give you all the things that they'll do for you. It's all whited out there. They're all the things that they'll do for you. Isn't that sweet? They'll even shine your shoes for a nickel, mister. Then you scroll up a little bit. Let's see if I can do this there. And you scroll past all of that, and you get to this section right here. Okay, that's good statistical information. And then these are the countries that we deal with. Oh, is it really? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, we deal with these countries. Let's see if I can. Hang in there with me. I'm only in the A's. Oh man, this will take. Oh, for crying. A B. A B. I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, I should have prepared myself. Oh, A, B, C, D, E, J, H, I, J, K.
Before.
Huh?
You want to go
Okay.
to before J's.
What's wrong with me? H, I, J, H, I, yeah. I, Indo. Oh. Let me blow it up. And behold, look what JP Morgan says, yeah, the Iraqi currency, the Iraqi dinar, the country. Oh, yeah, okay. This is all the things that we do. Yeah. So you see, unfortunately, it's not the individual that's working. No, it's the information that individual is given by the head echelons up above. And I'll tell you something, family. We need to respect it. But I am perturbed. I am very disappointed that my American banks are lying to me. They don't have to lie. And it really bothers me that they're using this tactic. What tactics will they use when I put my money in their banks? Oh, it's not all your money. We are able to move some of that money in there. What? Oh, not all your money is covered by FDIC, and I'm sorry, we lost it. What? Oh, yeah, the government wanted to know how much money you got in your account, so we told them, what? So, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a new world. It's a new world. It's a new way. And if American banks are going to act this way and they're going to go under this year, three national banks in the United States of America went under, and everybody's is acting like, oh, look at the pretty blue birds up in this blue sky. What are you, stupid? 3 banks closed. What was the bank that closed about a dozen years ago? Enderon? I don't know. But they made a big deal about that. But no, because the far left is in charge. Hey, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, keep getting. That's the whole purpose. We got to destroy the American dollar. Why? Because we're too white. What? I don't know. It sounds good. Yeah. I even got a picture of currencies on blacklist. Ain't nothing, no dinar on that. Alrighty, family, I tell you what, how about if we start looking at the final articles? Final article number 3514. The federal courts determine Al Halabusi's membership in the House of Representatives. And what do I say in blue as the title for this article? Hey, Halabusi, you should have worked with Sudani. You did not. Goodbye. Yeah, not messing around. Not messing around. Neither is Spain. What? Thank you. But guys, okay. And neither is Spain. They know the truth and they're telling everybody with no problem. It's a good article, good information. Right underneath it, there's another article that says Al Halabusi leaves the parliament session after the discussion to terminate his membership in the House of Representatives. And it gives you more information on it. This guy was stealing. And he thought he could get away with it, just like all the other predecessors before him that feel that they have the DNA inherited right to steal the soul of Iraqi citizens, their currency. No, sir, no longer. Bye-bye, Halabusi. And bye-bye so many others. And I know you may say to yourself, well, they never arrested Maliki. Maliki's chump change. I told you, he's neutered. Nobody can use him or wants him or needs him. He's of no value to nobody. Why should you go waste a bullet on him? Final article number 3,515. The Minister of Finance directs the accounting department to continue working on Friday and Saturdays until the end of the current year. What do I say in blue? Overtime for the reforms. And when you read the article, you'll see that's exactly what it is. Final article number 3,516. Al Sudani directs government bank managers to submit a plan within a month to develop their work. Way to go, Sudani. Every one of you, all you cabinet members, all of you, would you stop sending me stuff, please? It's been a long day, I'm sorry. It's been a long 2 days. You know, I haven't told anybody yet, but I got to get up at 5 in the morning tomorrow. I have 2 more operations. You pray for me, I pray for you. I get operated tomorrow at 7:45 in the morning. And then one more, whenever they say. You're my family. I should be resting for tomorrow. But you're my family. And I want you to know all that we can afford to share with you. Nothing will go wrong tomorrow. God is good. God is great. Final article number 3,516. Al Sudani directs government bank managers to submit a plan within a month to develop their work. What do I say in blue? Sudani prepares the bank managers for the reforms. When you read the article, you'll see, for example, Sudani was telling the news agency that the Minister of Finance, the Governor of the Central Bank, and the Director of the government banks, during which the work of mechanisms and procedures achieved in the administration of banking reforms. Good. And a discussion of the development plan presented by the international company Ernst & Young. Or good, that's the float. Okay. Enjoy the article. Final article number 3,517. This article, ladies and gentlemen, has 9 points, 9 key points that we want you to study. For example, the title says, a government source reveals a package of measures to address the difference in the exchange rate. Wow. Listen to those words. What do I say in blue? Sudani and Alak on the monetary reform education. They're talking to the citizens. They told the citizens, look, to hold serious discussions with the U.S. Treasury Department regarding the transfers. What'd you guys talk about? When Sudani went over to New York, what'd you guys talk about with the U.S. Treasury? 9 points. Read them. Final article number 3,518. Experts, the Iraqi-American agreement is the beginning of exchange rate stability. Have you caught on? Almost Monday and almost all of today, everything I read to you is about the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. Have you caught on? Good. So, once again, experts are saying that the Iraqi-American agreement, how was your trip to New York, sir? The American-Iraqi agreement is the beginning of the exchange rate stability. What'd you do, Sudani? I gave them the rate. Did they like it? They went nuts. Are you going to apply it? Yeah. When? You'll see. It's a beautiful article, by the way. It's a long one, and I'm going to stop because that's all we have on articles for today. Let me now turn to our friend Eddie, and he will be able to help us as well in understanding what's going on with the reform in the streets of Iraq. Let me go to the beginning here somewhere. Oh, my goodness. Flooded, flooded, flooded. Monday, yesterday. Greetings, Mr. Frank. It's been a busy day here. They are really talking to us constantly, and we're looking at everything. I'm sorry it's so late, but it's been busy for us. Earlier today, the speaker... Oh,
You forgot to refresh.
oh, will you do it for me? Will you do it for me? Thank you, Claire. I just saw it. I just saw. Thank you. Thank you. Late, it's been a busy day today. The speaker, Halabusi, was ousted, excuse me, was ousted for forgery charges, corruption, and you see this part, there are other reasons, and we're not ready to share that part with you yet. We can't. They're saying it was from the federal Supreme Court decision to remove Halabusi. The television is talking to us all day about the government taking measures to address the exchange rate and the parallel market. But they can't change the rate, they say, only the CBI. So what's going on? Why don't the CBI help us? Calm down, Eddie. Calm down. Halabusi did a speech saying that the decision to release him by the federal courts is strange to him and that they better expect legal measures to be taken against that decision. Well, all we know is that we follow Sudani and Iraq, Mr. Frank, like you told us. That has been paying off. Today, 7:38 in the morning. TBI Bank in Iraq is in discussions with international companies to transfer 120 million in the next upcoming days. Think about that. CBI, when my friend was talking to that Wells Fargo wealth management advisor, and his wife. Yeah, I'm sorry. He told us, he said a lot of interesting things about Wells Fargo and what they're doing. Anyways, TDI Bank in Iraq is in discussion with international companies to transfer 120 million in the next upcoming days. CBI considering the request from other countries to import the dollar. Halabusi, speaker, spoke, and he said that he rejected the federal court decisions. And it says, it's not their job to remove me. Mr. Frank, he's got a surprise coming for him. Halabusi said he's meeting with Sudani today on the news. Mr. Frank, he really has a surprise coming to him today. Today, 12:30 in the afternoon. Mr. Frank, they're telling us in order to reduce the dollar, Iraq agrees with Turkey. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the articles and what they're saying and what they're talking about? Okay. Mr. Frank, they tell us to reduce the dollar. Iraq agrees with Turkey to let banks open in Turkey for Iraq accounts. The same way that JP Morgan Chase is opening banks in Iraq for the movement of Parliamentary Finance is on television saying Iraq is not Parliament Finance. I didn't even read this. Is on television, of course, saying Iraq is not able to solve the dollar crisis. Up yours. And does not need any international assistance on the dollar crisis. Are you serious? Look at that. These cockroaches just won't stop. Dude, that which you complain about has been done. And then, of course, I respond to Eddie with everything that I just read to you, the following. So it's long, and let's get back and enjoy it. I got some really strong intel. My Detroit Lions won this past Sunday. We're muy caliente. Hi, Eddie. I too have been busy lately. It's been a madhouse lately because everybody knows what's going on. It's no secret, is it, Eddie? Now, as far as Halabusi, he's a bad man. Just like all the other predecessors behind him, all the other prime ministers behind him. They think that they have the right to steal the soul of Iraqi citizens, your currency. Well, they don't, do they? And Sudani is making sure to remove all of these terrorists. The majority seems to be coming from Iran. But he also did something illegal, Halabusi, that we cannot, but I can't talk to you about that right now. Okay, so the fact that he's gone, that's all that matters. So we can move forward with the monetary reform. Eddie, J.P. Morgan, which is Chase, is now actively involved with the Iraqi dinar. They may deny it half the times, but the other half, they guide you. The chief executive officer of Chase, Mr. Diamond, released a document last month saying that his bank is now supporting the Iraqi dinar 100%, and he's building Chase banks in Iraq. The employees of Chase do not know what's going on in order to protect the corporation that will soon be exchanging the Iraqi dinar in America and in your country. Just like we told you, Eddie, this was going to happen because the Iraqi dinar is now going to enter a basket in a float. And that's why the CBI has been talking to you about the basket and coins. Eddie, I want you to notice that all they talk about, in fact, even you said, all they talk about, Mr. Frank, is the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, about the black market going away. And the only way that all of this can happen is if we have a new exchange rate and a new currency to match it. They are preparing you, Eddie. This is the monetary reform at its highest point. By the way, Eddie, for Boosie, for Boosie to say that his firing is strange is nothing more but a defensive posture of a thief. Don't pay attention to him. Now, concerning TBI Bank, they are preparing your currency to be traded internationally to float as well. They will be playing a part of it. And finally, as far as the parliament saying whatever they are saying, who cares? Their voice is an echo in the abyss of darkness. I see. And we stop. I'm sorry. We stop. All right. Now, Claire, our admin, just told me that there are more articles, and here's what I'm going to do. You refreshed it?
That's the next one.
This is the next one? Oh my word, is it a lot of them? No, it's not too many. Let's rapid fire them very quickly because they are useful based on what I just shared with you and what we're going to talk about. Final article number 3,519. Excuse me. Hold on, let me drink. Final article number 3519. Please pay close attention. After the Baghdad talks, the Kurdistan government confirms its readiness to resume oil exports. What do I say in blue? Family. In my opinion, Sudani is in Erbil, finishing the last 3 paragraphs of the HCL. Okay? Now, when you read this article, it tells you about the first paragraph. It tells you about the second paragraph. And then it tells you at the conclusion. No, I don't want to show it. You go and you'll find it. We highlighted it in red. It'll be easy for you to read. Final article number 3520. Barzani describes the Sudani and Gyan visit to Erbil as positive. You know why? What do I say in blue? What's the blue title for this? Give me an H. Give me a C. Give me an L. What's that spell? Final article number 3521. With the document, the Iraqi parliament strips Halabusi of his production staff. What do I say in blue? Halabusi thinks that Sudani does not have the authority to fire him. Surprise, you're fired. And it's interesting because it actually even came through Parliament, his own people. Final article number 3522. The central bank issues official approvals to 3 Iraqi private banks to import the US dollar. There's that Venturi effect. There's that ushering in. There's that policing. There's the shepherding of the American dollar in Iraq. What do I say in blue? This is because the CBI is preparing for the float. It's a good article. And the next one is final article number 3523. America extends Iraq's exemptions from sanctions imposed on Iran. America extends Iraq's exemptions from sanctions imposed on Iran. That's a long, complicated sentence that very simply says, Bozo Biden is giving Iran everything and anything that they want. The man is sick. And what do I say up on top in blue? Biden, enemy of the state, returns $10 billion to Iranian terrorism. KTFA family, pray. How do you think 9/11 was funded? Final article number 3524, Erbil International Construction Material Exhibition, an opportunity to develop local companies and an investment gateway for foreigners. And what do I say up in blue? Cement builds cities for a new Iraqi currency. Cement builds cities for a new Iraqi currency. If you were in Iraq, you would not believe it. You would think, I'm in Dubai. The modernization of Iraq is incredible. Look it up. You can see the pictures. This place is high tech. They got stuff we don't have in America. Their currency has more security features than our stinking American dollar. Iraq is exploding like you have no idea. Here, this cement company that we talked about last week, more are pouring in. Remember when we played Iraq Monopoly? Remember when we played it? What was on the board? What was one of the very first things I told you? Look at the construction companies. Who is going to produce cement? What did Sudani say? Hey, we just built 9 cities. Hey, we just built 16 new cities. What? That's a lot of cities. Concrete builds cities. The roads are already built. Concrete builds cities. You may find this hard to believe, but the earth tilts on an axis of 23 degrees. And that tilt is actually increased by a little bit in a westerly direction. And the reason why is because India, about as in fact, I think they're bigger than China now. India is building and building and building and building. They have so much concrete on that side of the world that the rotation of the world is actually affecting the oscillation of the rotation of our planet Earth. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. When the polar caps were established, that's what caused the tilt, and we have our seasons. We're tilting it even more. That's not good. Anyways, I know too many little trivial things. Final article number 3525. Central banks. Agreements with Turkish banks to enhance external transfers in the euro currency. What do I say up on top? Foreign currency swaps with the CBI for an international float. And that's it on the articles, and we're done with that. I also read you Eddie's report. We're done with that. And now, if you'd like, I think what we're going to do, I already told you what to do when you call these banks. I already told you how to talk to them. I already gave you all of the points. When they say that it's a scam, you tell them, well, your chief executive officer is supporting the Iraqi dinar 100%. Your website has the Iraqi dinar all over it. The United States Treasury has millions of Iraqi dinars in their Federal Reserves. On January the 1st, Iraq will no longer be able to use the American dollar. You're so ignorant, or are you lying to me on purpose? And it goes on and on. I gave you a bunch of different things, so you have all of those things that you can say to them. And don't be argumentative. Don't be argumentative. Just very simply be polite. Ask them, why are you so ignorant about something so valuable for your bank? And they'll tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they'll do what I told you at the early part of this recording. Click. Okay. Now, I think what we'll do, I wanted to spend some time with you to help you with the process of exchanging. You know something? The process to exchange your dinars, it's not going to be as difficult as your mind tells you right now that it's going to be. So here's what we're going to do. It is 20? Yeah, 20. It looks like it's 20 till, or 18 till 8 o'clock. How about if we take this to 8:15? That'll be about a good 35 minutes. Hit me with your questions. Now I can give you an explanation, or I can answer your questions. Which would you like? Would you like for me to give you an explanation of the process of exchanging? Or do you want to ask me questions? Like, for example, hey Frank, do I need my receipt when I go exchange my Iraqi dinars? The answer is no. But you will need your receipt if you are ever audited to determine the tax bracket that they would charge you under. Okay. So let's see. Idea on the rate. We don't, man, oh man. Explanation, Frank, can you address the folks with less than 10 minutes in ours? Yeah. This may not work. They want me to explain it. Explain it. You chicken, they ask questions, how, when to hold them and when to fold them. No, you see, those are the wrong questions. You can't ask me that type of a question. So maybe I should. I don't give an 800 number. Where do I find mine? The 800 number, Jimmy, is the United States Treasury. Call the 800 number. They'll tell you which one of their banks is exchanging. Or the 800 number is in the back of your credit card. The 800 number for your bank. Ask them if they're exchanging. Has anything changed in regards to Iraq satellite banks exchanging dinars for U.S. citizens? No, Scotch. No. They will follow American laws, banking laws. They won't do anything different than any American bank is doing in American territory. Do we need a trust before the exchange? Okay, let me ask you something. Do you need a wallet? Do you need a purse before they filled your hand with all that money? With money? I kind of like this. Hold on a second. Well, you're going too fast now. All right. In your opinion, Frank, is it the U.S. holding up the RI? No. No, when my friend was talking to that Wells Fargo guy, he said they could have done this at the beginning of the year. Last night, when he was, or Monday or whenever, over the weekend, when he was talking to the guy in the jacuzzi, he said, yeah, I can tell you because it's no secret. They were supposed to do this at the beginning of the year. They've just been effing around all this time. And we don't know why they do that. Okay. My daughter calls me, okay, no. In your opinion, no, that's not it. Has anything changed? Okay, I asked that. Do we need a notarized statement from gifts to our children or friends? Yeah. Well, excuse me. No, not notarized. You don't have to pay somebody for a receipt. Looky here. You got $1 million, and you got a receipt in your name for $1 million. Okay. Now at the bottom down here, you're gonna say, on this day, I so-and-so, my name, my address, my social security number, my email, my height, my weight, everything that identifies you. I, on this day, turn over X amount of this receipt over to who? Oh, over here. To this person and their address and their email, their number, whatever it is. And then you make a copy of it. Keep the original copy and sign it, and he signs it, and then you hand it over to them. That's it. If you want it notarized, you can, but not necessary. Next question. Do we need a... Okay, please explain. You'll get repetitive questions. I don't know what that means. So glad I'm not alone. I cried, no, that ain't it. How do we protect the money from the exchange that is deposited in the banks from the exchange? I don't understand that question. You protect your money by FDIC, but that's a joke. So you go and find an insurance agency that will give you a policy that will protect your money in your bank. So what do we say when we go to the bank? Well, TBC, I've already said it over and over and over again. I mean, I wish you would have taken notes, but I'll give you a quick little synopsis of it. Holy cow, that's a lot of questions. Holy cow. Okay, it got out of hand. Wow. I forgot what the question was that I just read. What was it, Tink? Did you hear?
I'm trying to read them as you're going through them. So.
Well, read me something. Yeah, here, hit me with a question because I can't read and answer.
Is it wise to exchange all of your currencies at one time?
That's a personal decision. You can't ask me what you should do, hold them or fold them. Let's put it this way. If you had a gun with 6 bullets and you knew that, you needed those bullets for whatever you're going to defend yourself against, would you shoot all 6 bullets at once? Next question, Jen.
If you have a small amount of dinars, would you just go to the bank manager?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a small amount, 100,000, $250,000, whatever. Yeah, just go up to the teller and have them take care of you. They won't take care of you at the counter. They'll move you over. That's why they're building these cubicles all over the place. Next question.
What if you lost your receipt for your dinar?
If you lost your receipt, there are certain things you can do. Number one, try to get a hold of the individual that you bought it from. If they have records, if they keep them, maybe they might help you. My broker does not. We have to send everything to the United States Treasury. We can't keep any of the material, any of the information. So I'm sorry. We personally could never give you a receipt that we already gave you once. And also, there's another thing. When you buy from us, you can pay with a cashier's check, a bank check, a money order, or even a personal check. And then get yourself that check. It's canceled by the bank. Go to the bank, call the bank and tell them, hey, listen, check number so-and-so, whatever. I'd like a copy of it, please. No problem. I made a bank check with you guys on such and such date. Yeah, for this amount. Here's the check number. I lost it. I need a copy of it. No problem. You see? Okay. But if you lost it, oh dear, that can be a problem financially for you because you you want to hold your currency for 1 year according to your receipt. If you do, your bracket is, whatever the government says. But if you don't have a receipt, or if you don't hold it for a year and you go exchange it before the year on the a date on your receipt, yeah, that's a different tax bracket. They're going to really bite you hard. So it's a difference between 40% taxes or 20% tax. And you can, of course, lower that with whatever deductions that you do on your own. So, yeah, family, I hope that helps. Next question.
Someone wanted to know, should they exchange their dinars and then give to their children, or the other way around?
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. If you're going to give your children the dinars, you do that little receipt thing that I gave you. If you're going to give your children cash, well, there ain't no need for a receipt, is there? It's American cash. They're your children. You're giving them a love offering. Next question.
I'm looking through. Can you put our investment money into gold?
Can you put our investment money?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the 7K metal thing. I didn't see the first part.
Yeah, you can diversify, exchange your currency into American dollars and then do whatever you want with those dollars. Next.
Where are you going to put on the bank listings when it happens?
In the main form, not so much in premium, but in the main thread form. Next question.
How much, in your opinion, do you think we can take out physical cash at the time of exchange?
There's a rumor going around, and I know you probably heard it from some other guru. And if you didn't, I apologize. But I know the rumor is that they're saying, oh, they told me I can only exchange $5,000 per day. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what bank policies are doing. But what does it matter? And to tell you the truth, if you go into one of their booths and you talk to them privately, they'll take care of you. You're Mr. Clampett. I keep telling you that. You're different. You're not a normal, everyday customer. And for those of you that called, you felt that way, didn't you? For those that said, oh, yes, oh, well, and they helped you and they answered your questions, yeah. They just can't give you a date or a rate. And that's what Chase should have done. Oh, yeah, we'll help. We don't know when. Oh, is that what they're saying? Well, thank you for the information. Thank you. You call us back whenever, and we'll help. Okay. That's what they should have done. Be polite. Be honest. Not deceiving. Next question.
Where would you put your money after you exchange your dinars?
Next question.
We're talking about taxes. Some say they don't have to pay taxes.
Oh, of course not. Look, come on, stop that nonsense. For those of you that say, oh, no, I've been told you don't ever have to pay taxes on this. How dumb is that? Where in history of the United States of America have you ever seen our government say, you don't have to pay any tax on any of that, huh? They'll chase you until Hades to get the taxes that they think that you owe them. Don't deceive yourself. Don't be that way. That's part of proper stewardship. You're going to pay taxes and pay them. Give it to him. Throw it at him if you want to. Pay it to him in a dozen pennies if you have to. But do it because God is expecting you to do this. If you cheat man, what are you doing to God? His creation. Next question.
If you purchased dinar lately and got uncirculated ones, and you have circulated ones, can you exchange them both at the same time?
Yeah. Look, the person that sold you those circulated dinars, that's who you should ask, not me. I don't sell circulated. Well, our broker used to. I don't know if he still does anymore because There aren't any. The CBI, they're not, they haven't sold dinars in about 5, 6 years. They stopped. We just happen to have good sources that have good reserves of the currency. Anyways, next question.
If this RI is going to be pegged to the bricks, would it already be gold backed and safer on the QFS system?
I don't know. I have no idea. Next question.
They're all what
Yeah,
banks,
I
what
can't do that.
banks.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spend 10 minutes and I'm going to teach you what I think you should be doing. Thank you, Jen. Well, no,
I
keep it.
know. Well,
Keep it, please. I've got too many things here. Here we go. You ready? Number one, pray. And I mean that with all my heart and soul. Pray. Get your mind focused. If you don't believe in God, that's your business. But for those of you that believe in God, start with Him. You know very well that you will be blessed. You will be blessed. Number two, get a team. Organize yourself with a team. You may say, but Frank, I'm 90 years old and I'm a widow and I don't got no teams. Get yourself a lawyer. That's the first one I would put on my team. You're 90 years old, you're going to go into a bank by yourself with all this money? Get yourself a lawyer to escort you. Whether you're 90 years old or 19 years old, you should have advice on such a decision in your life. This is not just a few $100s, a few thousands. This is serious money. I consider a domestic lawyer to be good. A lawyer that would be maybe a domestic financial lawyer. Maybe one that is involved in taxes. Look for a certified public accountant. Look for a tax agent. Look for a domestic lawyer that deals in finances. The next thing I would do is I would get a hold of my family or friends and see if maybe I'm going to go to the bank and exchange. I know you got dinars. You want to come with me in my group? Because there's power in numbers. Trust me. I know that the majority will always stomp on the minority. I know that. It's part of life. And if you go in by yourself, the world is full of vipers. The world is full of bad people. So it'd be best that if you went with someone that you loved and trust, maybe take your pastor with you. Spiritual guidance. A domestic financial lawyer is a good idea. A CPA is a tax agent is a good idea. Take your children with you. Take your best friend with you. Take someone you trust with you. Because if you go in there and you say, I have $1 million, okay. You go in there and you say, I got 10 million dinars. Whoa, yeah, well, me and my buddy, we got it together. We're bringing all this in. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can give you a better spread, a better rate. No. And that's the next step. No. No what? No, you're not going to charge me anything. Well, but the bank policy is, well, then you take your bank policy and you just shove it. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, no, Mr. Villa, sit down. Wait, what do you mean? How many dinars you got? No, hold on a second. We can talk about this. Will you quit wasting my time? What kind of an insult is that to kick me between the legs? Should I open my legs a little wider? Is that what you need? Why would you charge me to exchange these millions to deposit into your bank? You're going to charge me to deposit them in your bank so that you can make money with my money. Is that right, huh? No, go outside and get a stupid stick to hit you with, stupid. No, thank you. You're not going to charge me 1 penny. And they won't. In fact, if anything, they'll give you a lot of stuff. You want a cookie? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, you can charge me whatever you want. No, 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 no. So yeah, they'll give you perks, left and right. You want a George Foreman grill set here? Yeah, okay. They'll treat you like royalty. Oh my goodness. You're not going to have a regular account. Oh, yours is a platinum Supreme Titan titanium card 100, no, 1000. What? This for you. Okay. What do I do with this card? Yeah, anytime you want to withdraw your money from our bank, you use this card. Yeah, okay. All right. Sounds good. Want some coffee, Mr. Villa? Yeah, with extra cream. If they want to charge you to exchange your currency, and you feel that you want to stay at that place for whatever reason, then negotiate it, whittle it down, get it down as low as possible. And in my opinion, 1, 2, no more than 3% is fair. Excuse me, is fair. I would tell you, dressed accordingly. I wouldn't walk into the bank, all casual clothes. If you're a lady, wear a nice dress. If you're a man, put on a suit. Make yourself look professional. Go in there prepared. Have your notes ready to go. Ask them everything that you need in order to be satisfied to know whether or not you want to leave your babies here in this bank. I had a lot of people tell me, well, Mr. Frank, they said that they're going to ship them out. And I saw a few people that said, oh, it don't matter, let them ship them out. If you want to let them ship them out, that's your business. You asked me my opinion, I'm giving you my opinion. That's all this is. If the bank says to me, we're too small here, I'm going to send these over to another place. No, you're not. You're going to give me the address of where you're going to send them, and I'll take them. What happens if they get damaged? If they get robbed? The Brinks truck rolls over and it burns or something. Oh, we'll pay you back. How much is 1 million dinars? 1 million? No, 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 no. How much it cost? Yeah, you see? No, thank you. No, don't play that game with me. Also, take a picture. Smile. Take a picture of your currency. You may think that these are precautionary steps that are ridiculous, but what if you lost them? What if someone stole them? What if your house burnt down, God forbid? How are you going to replace them with your insurance? A lot of people thought, Frank's crazy. He wants me to take pictures of my dinars. What for? The bank ain't going to steal them. I never said that the bank would steal them. What if you lost them? What if they were stolen from you? What if something burned down? All of this is part of your proper stewardship. God is expecting you to pay attention to all these things. You don't have to have a receipt when you go in, but boy, you better have one if you're ever audited, and I've already covered that, haven't I? Okay. The other thing, too, that I would do myself personally is that I would call my lawyer. I talked to one of my lawyers today. He's in the Philippines. Is that right, Jen?
Oh.
Philippines, right? Yeah, he's in the Philippines. And he said, well, Frank, I see, la, 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 la. And I said, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll fly in and I'll meet you and la, 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 la. And I said, okay. And looky here, brother, I need for you to hook me up with all the experts that you can think of from here in my city, okay? Because he used to be the Attorney General of our city here. Excuse me, I said Attorney General. Forgive me. He used to be the prosecuting attorney for our city here in Toledo. So anyways, I'm trying, where did I leave off? What did I say? I forgot. That's my problem. Too much anesthesia, and tomorrow I'm going to have more.
call your lawyer.
Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, you wanna have your lawyer call the bank that you and your lawyer have decided on, okay? And have that lawyer bring one of the wealth management advisors or two or three or whatever and their Brinks truck to your house or wherever you decide. Maybe you want to meet at the lawyer's office, wherever. I personally am going to have them come to my house. You think that Chase Manhattan won't come if I tell them I've got 10, 20, 30, 40 million, whatever? Yeah. I'm Mr. Jeffrey, or I'm Mr. Mr. Clampett. They're Mr. Drysdale. And if you remember, he did anything for the old man, didn't he? And they will for you too. Ah, we're back. Hold on a second. Give it a few seconds here. And I think we're back. Yeah, I think we're back now. Why don't I'm going to pretend we're still frozen, okay? Hey, I think I covered that last subject well enough. Here's another thing. When you make a decision, don't make it by yourself, obviously, right? Go to God in prayer. That's the very first thing I told you to do. And when you make a decision, you want to make a decision on an odd number. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Make a decision based on an odd number. Now, I taught this to you before. Hold on a second. Our credit union said that they send them away to exchange centers, and if they are counterfeit, they'll be destroyed. I was thinking of exchanging with the person I bought them from. Oh, okay. Make sure whoever you're going to go exchanging with is someone legal, legit. Be careful. Alrighty, family, back to what I was saying here. What was I saying? What? 2,584. Is it really? Is that what you got over there?
2577. Right?
Look at this number over here. So disappointing. It's only 1,188. I'm going to hit refresh and see what happens. Is it really 20? God bless all of you that are with us. Shoot, no, I'll stay a little longer then. Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, going on 26. I like that number. Now back to the numbers. I would suggest that you make decisions based on an odd number. For example, if you want to decide to go to a certain bank, ask, get some advice from maybe three people, or three of your team people, 5, 7. And the reason why is because if you have an even number, you might end up getting the advice that says 2 are in favor and 2 are against it. you're still in the same spot. But when you have the majority, let's say you have 5 people with you, you're asking them. 3 say go for it, and 2 say don't go for it. Gives you more of an understanding, right? That's something to think about. Anyways, hold on a second here. What? I got a commercial on my own. They're dropping now because I said welcome. Look at now, the number's dropping. Alrighty, let me see. I was told by a Texas exchange in San Antonio, Texas, that if you get their membership, which is $5, they would exchange whatever. Yeah, that's enough. Who is that? Yeah, thank you, Drake. That is so true. A lot of these banks will tell you, well, we're not going to do any exchanging unless you have an account with us. No problem. But before you open an account, are you going to charge me a spread? Yes, we are. Don't bother opening me up an account then. Bye-bye. There are many other places. Trust me, everyone will be after you. You are going to be a very, very wanted species. They're going to be hunting for you. You don't think they know that you have dinars? Anyways, What the, oh, gee whiz, I just lost my page, Jan. Oh, dear God, I can't see any of their questions. But do you have another one for me? See if you can find one. In the meantime, I'll keep it, talking because I'm giving you the process, of what I would do overall. Do you see any questions I can answer?
I already answered them, but are you gonna still do currency sales exchanges? We don't do exchanges.
Am I going to do currency sales and exchanges? First of all, yeah, we don't do exchanges. We do currency sales. But the moment that the value of the Iraqi dinar goes up, my broker and I will stop. We will stop. We will no longer sell any currency at all. I want to put all my energy at KTFA to do mission work. That's why God gave me life. That's why God didn't take my life. And I'm not about to disappoint him again. Next question, Bill.
They're trying to find the J.P. Morgan letter from Jamie Dimon. Where is it on our website?
I don't know.
The article, no?
I don't know. Look it up. But you can also probably Google it, I'm sure. We're almost at a quarter after. Are there any other questions that anybody has?
Is there a time limit to exchange?
Good question. Is there a time limit to exchange? Well, most of the times the IMF will allow a central bank to establish that time period. Then that central bank has to announce that time period. So it's not like all of a sudden you're going to wake up and, I can't exchange it anymore. I'm out. They will give you a time frame. And that's when you will have to decide, do I hold them or do I fold them? And another time when you have to decide whether you hold them or fold them is whether or not the float is being advantageous to you or not. Any other questions?
Does the ISO 2020 date have any bearing on the exchange rate?
Good question, and no. In all honesty, no. Not that my study has shown, not with any of my team members. Next question.
I want to know about the dong.
No, I don't talk about the dong. Next question. I mean, it's a good currency, good investment. Country's doing great. GDP's good. They're slowly getting away from China. China's economy is being dragged down. Japan's economy is being dragged down, while Vietnam is going up. But I don't know a lot about them. Next question.
They want to know about sanctuary.
Sanctuary is a place where we plan to build 5 buildings that will be in the shape of a cross, 1, 2, 3, and 2 on the sides. And this will be on probably like 5 acres of land where we will be able to house the homeless. One of the buildings will be a place where they can sleep. Another building will be a place where they can eat. Another place will be a place where it will be vocational, where we will teach them certain things. The main center building will be the chapel. And this structure will sit on land where we hope that we can, and the other building will be a medical center. And this campus, this area with these buildings will be called Sanctuary. We will be working with the cities. We will be working with the police, and we will ask them to find the people on the streets and bring them to Sanctuary. We will clean them. We will feed them. We will show them the Word of God. We'll give them a place to rest. And we'll teach them how to grow plants. Now, Sanctuary is mainly focused for Hawaii because it's 24-hour that they can grow. They'll grow miniature vegetables. The reason why is because there are thousands of 5-star restaurants in Hawaii, all of the 5 main islands. As they grow them, they will feel proud of themselves. They will see that they planted a seed. They will nurture it. They will water it. They will see it grow. They will understand it. They will cut it, cultivate it, package it, clean it, and they will pick up the phone and sell it to a restaurant that badly needs these miniature vegetables. We will already have called the restaurant ahead, and we will have already made arrangements for them to buy the product. The individual will feel good. There's nothing like family. And there's nothing like something growing, not only inside of you, but outside. Sanctuary is a dream of mine, and it's something that is down the road with KTFA missions. What is the advantage to having a trust pre-exchange? Well, again, if you're going to go and pick apples from an apple tree, do you go and fill your pockets up, or do you go and fill a basket that you took with you up? Frank, would you share? Oh my goodness, this feels. Would you share these small veggies with your family? That's not fair. Any other important questions, Tink?
How did they find out the amount for brick?
Oh, you're a student. You listen carefully to Monday's UV2V. You want to know what the exchange rate is of the bricks, because maybe, the Iraqi dinar will be 1-to-1 with the basket of bricks. Maybe. I know the rate. And it's really not for me to tell you. So let me put it this way. If you are capable of studying and finding the rate, which you can, and you bring it to me, I'll tell you yes or no. How's that? One clue. One clue. It's an RI, not an RV. Any other questions, Tank? Not really, huh? I see them. Frank, do you still feel it'll occur before 24? I got to repeat myself. How many currencies will be in the brick basket? Probably anywhere from 7, 8 to a dozen. Some of us can't afford attorneys right now, but you'll be able to, Holly, once the blessing occurs. Will the charge for the exchange spread be different in Iraq Satellite Bank? No, they'll follow the American laws. I already told you that. Oh, gee whiz. New uncirculated currency with new watermarks on it versus the dinar we ordered 15 years ago. That's not even a question. I'm sorry. Oh, they're wiping out everybody's questions.
No, because they're all rates.
Yeah, you can't put rates up, family. We don't give rates. We don't even, play with that. Frank, will we go this weekend? This is my plan to set up trust fund after I do the exchange. And that's fine too, Holly. That's fine too. Just make sure you do it after the exchange. What the backup? No. Well, family, I think I've given you a pretty good introduction of what you should do, what you should wear, what you should say, who you should take with you. Now, there are more ideas as well. Maybe next Wednesday we'll continue based on the fact that you see the answers I've given you today on the process of exchanging the Iraqi dinar. If you have better or more questions, I should say, let's look at them next Wednesday. Right now, I think it's best that we call it an evening. What's Medina? Hi, Medina. Is it legal to purchase from non-licensed agents? Medina, excellent. Well, you see, Medina, you can buy from a friend, right? Just make sure they give you a receipt, like I showed you how to do it. Now, if that friend sells you and then he says, you got any other friends that want them? Oh, be careful. because you need a license to sell a foreign currency. You got a receipt. You're legal. You bought it legally. There it is. Okay. And if you want to share it or sell some of it to someone else, there's the receipt proving, showing the paperwork or the steps, everything you did, everything's legal. It's okay. But if you make a career out of selling currency without a license, especially foreign any currency without a license, you're gonna get some knocking on your door. You don't want that. Alrighty, family. I guess it's time to say goodbye. So at 5 in the morning, when you guys are snoring, I'll be getting ready to go and have another operation. And I thank you for your prayers, and know that my wife and we pray for all of you as well too. I want to thank those that helped us with the financial contribution: Duke, Texas Twin, Pamela Jones, Doris, Louise, Monica Seavey, Paul Campbell, Miss Jeannie, Michelle, Marisol or Marisol, Dale, Eric Sims, Teresa, and welcome to Club 26, Melissa Morris and Persico? Persico.
Let me see, because I thought it said purple when I first saw it. Persico.
Persico. Like a popsicle. Okay. So tell me, family, was tonight good? Did you learn a lot? Besides the information that we shared, this concept of the exchange process, was it good? If you feel it's good, then we'll definitely follow up, and we will continue to do this. We will continue to do this type of study, because I told my teams, my nose is pressed up against the wall. My nose is pressed up against the wall, man. I can't turn my face to the right. I can't turn my face to the left. What else is there to tell them? We can't tell them these things. They suggested we'll go over the exchange process with them. Brilliant. So I hope that it was of some help for you tonight. And if you want, we'll continue it next Wednesday, a week from today. But Monday, we get back on our horse. And I pray that we can share more with you. I pray that Sudani shares more with you. Here's what I pray. Well, wait a minute. I'll leave it at the end. I always leave you something, right? In fact, I better write it down so I don't forget. So when we're done, I'll leave you with the end. Family, God bless you. Thank you kindly for being with us. I feel that this was very constructive tonight. We learned an awful lot together. I learned from you from over almost 300 phone calls. It was an amazing day. Every 5 minutes, the phone was ringing. Isn't that right, Tink?
Yep.
But it was good to talk to all of you. And it was good to hear all your stories. And your texting. 71 today. 71 texts of stories. All of them are different. And half, like I told you at the beginning of our program today. Anyways, thank you kindly for being with us. God bless all of you. Be safe in everything that you do. And pray. Pray for our country. Pray that God protects us from that which roams in the White House that wants to devour and kill us. The studies about the so-called virus or vaccine, the COVID, the studies are being released. Wow. Hey, Miss Jeannie. Thank you, Frank. You said Monday you had a secret you'd share for tonight. I don't know what did I say that?
From Aki?
From who?
Oh,
Aki! I told you that Aki would give us an update. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, not yet. I'm sorry. Anyways, I thank you kindly again for being with us. And we're going to, my nose is pressed against the wall. You got to protect me, family. Does Frank have a website where these articles are? Yeah. Welcome. What's her name? Melissa, welcome if that's your first time. It's called the Final Article Thread. It's in our form at ktfoalways.com. Check on you. Copy. All right. Okie dokie. All my time belongs to my Heavenly Father. And my time belongs to you too. Spend some time talking to God. Spend some time praying for our country. Pray for Israel, for the Palestinian people, the Gaza Strip. Pray for peace. Pray to be meek. Meek does not mean that you're a coward or that you're weak. Meek simply means that you're quiet and logical and wiser than the fool that is screaming his head off. I feel bad for the generation today. You see them on TV? I saw some girl on Fox that was complaining because she had to work from 9 to 5. Remember that, Jen?
Yes.
She says, I don't have time to socialize. I don't have time to whatever, to party. Girl, she was a graduate from college and she was complaining because she had to get up early in the morning to go all the way across town to go to work. Girl, is our young generation that bad? The foundation of the United States of America, families, it's eroding, it's being destroyed. People don't want to get married, they just want to have sex. You go out, you work hard, and you go out on the weekend and you look for, a sex buddy. The young generation may know an awful lot about sex, but they don't know anything about love. And I pray they do in their lifetime to know about the love of Jesus. I love you. Y'all take care. God bless you. And I say this last thing to you. Yeah. Sudani and Sudani and Barzani have been together in Kurdistan actually in Erbil for a long time now. They're down to the last 3 paragraphs of the HCL. Do you remember what I told you when you see the HCL, what would happen? That was the first thing I told you when I met you back in 2008. You know that? No, I told you JP Morgan Chase would stop selling, and they did, and here we are. Yeah. Peggy says, you said we would see the new rate. Yeah. Sudani and Barzani. Look at the articles that we released today from them and the things that they're saying about the oil. Holy cow. But they've been working on it. They only got the last 3 paragraphs. I think that by today, by now, they should be done reading them. Once you see the HCL, in my opinion, within nanoseconds afterwards, you will see the new exchange rate. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with me. I love you. I'll see you again. We may have, depending on my strength, if we have to do a short, I'll do a short. If it's from the hospital bed, I'll do it. I did a UB2B from the hospital bed once, didn't I?
No.
Oh, no?
You did one from the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the hospital bed, not the hospital itself. Anyways, God bless you all. If we have to do a short, if I was you, I wouldn't miss it. God bless you all. Aloha. Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, thank God. What, babe?
I said, Tink can do the short.
Tink can do the short?
So how many
Yeah,
thumbs
yeah.
up did you get?
How many thumbs up? Hey, 1,200.
Yep.
Wow, that's sweet as there's still 2,100 people on. And I deserve a cookie with that. Are you for real? How many? I can have all of those. How many cookies can I have?
15.
15 cookies?
Yes. Is it 1.5? You're making the camera jump.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 1.5. 15.
Does it say 1.4 or 1.5? Because I'm going to take one away.
It says 1.2.
2. Oh,
Yeah.
then I got to take 3 away.
That's okay. Here, let me eat them away. Wow. Wow. 15 cookies, huh?
Well, they're 15 pieces, equivalent to a cookie.
But they are cookies.
It is white chocolate cookies.
Mm. I feel like a little puppy. This is melting me.
Well, it should melt in your mouth.
It's
It's
so good.
white chocolate.
Want a bite?
No, thank you.
Good.
I have coffee.
Oh, you have coffee, that's right. Oh my word, damn. Uh-oh.
What?
I'm not supposed to eat after a certain time.
After midnight? Okay,
Oh, after midnight? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah, that'll be the last thing I eat for the next day and a half. Bye-bye. Catch you later. I'll catch you when they throw you. See you real soon, baboon. After a while, crocodile. I know. Goodbye. Okay, shut up.